Play ball.
Hard dog hier. Gib dir hart durch. Hard dog.
So here we are once again. I have got to apologize. You guys heard nothing of that broadcast. Absolutely nothing. Once again, you did not miss a lot. You did not miss a lot. Trust me on this. There were interruptions, and there were a couple of folks decided here at the house to interject into the broadcast. So that nightmare broadcast, you guys did not miss much. But I'm going to tell you, we are back online now. I probably should look at the messages sooner, and I did not. I apologize yet again. Thank you all for jumping on. We are on, I think. We are still on, yes. So thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. We have Steve Tate is said dropped in to say hello. Slash says he can't hear me, nor can Marshfield, nor can anybody. I thank you. I thank you guys. You should be able to hear the game now. Uh, Everybody should be. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I tell you what I'm going to do because I'm still on and I've got a little bit of voice left in me. Since you didn't hear the first game, I guess we're just going to continue because why not, right? Let's just do another day. I can go a little bit longer, see how things go. I was mentioning earlier that Steve Tate's going to pick up at 2 o'clock, so I will go from here. We'll just zip right through some of these games. We will do another a Marshfield amazing game so that as that is clearly the quickest, the closest race. The first one was thrilling as it was. I jinxed a no hitter midway through it. You didn't hear me do that, but I did indeed do it. So here we are with September 15th. We're just going to zap right through these games quickly, and the scores will be on the screen. Edmonton beats Florence 8-4. Lehigh beats Maplewood 5-0. Mid Michigan is going to beat Hadley Lake, I would bet, and I am correct. Mid Michigan beats Hadley Lake 8-6. Liverpool and Manchester. Let me see if they have on the 16th have another game. I believe they do, so we'll leave that one for Steve if he wants to do that next, all just for old time's sake, for rivalry's sake. And it would appear Manchester beats Liverpool 9-8. We're going to skip the Marshfield Amazing game for the moment and come back and broadcast that. because I do owe you guys a voiced broadcast. So here we go. Chico's in Philly. The win goes to Philly, 12-7. 12-7. Cleveland and Washington. That's a win by Washington. That's good for Hadley Lake because the more Washington wins, the better chance we have at a better draft pick. So they beat Cleveland 9-2. Dallas and T-Ville. The T-Ville squad won 7-1, and Charlie Huff got the win. It's interestingly enough. Nolan Ryan picked up the loss. Long Island and Hagerstown in a game that has implications in the Earth Division. Hagerstown is a game and a half out, but they grabbed the loss to Long Island, and Hagerstown cannot capitalize, so they're now 2 games out. Next up is Brooklyn and St. Pete. They are St. Pete gets the win at 6-5. Chicago and Lancaster. Chicago grabs it 3-1 to get back in the winning column to pull within 5.5 games of Bernie and the Vegas squad. Now Vegas holds on to their lead, their 6-game lead, beating Tijuana 6-1. The D-Gens in San Fran, with them, it is 11-4 for the D-Gens. Now we will go back down to the field to play Game 2. Wouldn't you know, we might actually now get, for whatever reason, get this at Philly Stadium. We'll see. We will see. We're going to view opponent, computer lineup, view opponent. So as I was saying earlier, the first game, you guys really didn't miss much. Thank you, MV, for your kind words. You really missed one of the worst broadcasts I've ever done. So all that to say, we're going to try to do it right this time and do the next game. I got a little bit of time. Why not? So here we go. So here we are once again at Veterans Stadium for the second game in the series. You'll note that the Amazings beat Marshfield the last time up. We have Hippo Vaughn, the old Hadley Lake hand, making a start for Marshfield against Cole Hamels for the Amazing Kitsunes. Hippo is 5-6 with a 3.29 ERA. Hamels is 11-12 with a 4.02 ERA. Both of these squads come into this game. We look to be going. We're going to come to you live again from Veterans Stadium once again. So here we go, and we are going to be off to the races imminently here. If you guys cannot hear me, please send me somebody in the Discord, because I don't see the messages on here until after the game is done. Apologies yet again. Now let's play ball. So Baby Doll Jacobson, who was injured in the last game, is leading it off this game for Marshfield. He's going to dust off his uniform and patch up those ribs and give it a go. He will be leading off against Cole Hamels and the Amazing Kitsunes. In left for the Kitsunes, we have Herndon. Center field is McCutcheon. Hinchman is in right. Mike Smith is at third. Ripken at short. Utley at second. Sapater at first. And Luke Roy is behind the plate. So error amongst errors. At least this time we read off the fielding alignment first. Jacobson will be leading off as Hamels comes set. The pitch. That ball is dribbled down the first base line. Cepeda has it, and he will take it to the bag, but not quite. He muffed it. He muffed it along the way and couldn't get to the bag in time. So right out of the chute, Jacobson is aboard. Now up comes Marty McManus, batting .233 with 12 homers and 52 RBI. The pitch to McManus. And that ball is out in front of the plate on a bunt. Lucroy fires it to first to get his man, but not before Jacobson makes his way to second base. Now Prince Fielder stands in at 265, 37 homers, 86 RBIs. We're just going to keep rolling here as Hamels fires. That ball is shot back to the mound. Ripken off balance behind the mound, fires to first and gets his man on a bang-bang play. Jacobson takes third, but there's two men down. And Al Rosen stands in with 47 homers on the season, batting .306. Hamels gets the sign. That ball is stroked out to right, high and deep. It's carrying, but Hinchman is there to pocket it for out number 3. Now up we have Hippo Vaughn taking the hill for Marshfield, and he'll be facing off against Larry Herndon, who's batting .241 with 4 homers, 7 RBIs. In the field for Marshfield is Westlake in left, Jacobson in center, and what's his name? What's his name? Listen to me. Bob Johnson in right. Rosen is third, Strickland is short, McManus is second, and Fielder at first. Behind the plate is Hayes. Hippo Vaughn takes the stage, and he fires to Herndon. That ball is right over the heart of Dixie for strikeout number 1 and strike 3, so he's sending a message early. Now up comes Jonathan Lucroy, batting .127 with a homer, 6 RBIs. Vaughn rears back and fires. And that one's right over the heart of the plate. Apparently not, though. A whisker low, says the ump, and Lucroy is aboard with one man down. Next up comes Don Baylor, batting .253, 19 homers, 63 RBIs. The pitch. The verdict is ball 4. So after striking out his first man, Hippo Vaughn has walked a pair to get himself in a bit of a jam with Mike Schmidt standing in. He picked up his 52nd home run yesterday in the last game with a towering blast to left field. The pitch to Schmidt. And that ball goes all the way to the backstop, and the runners scamper to second and third on a wild pitch. Not what you want to see if you're Marshfield, as Schmidt steps back in with a golden opportunity and a hitter's count of 2-0. The pitch. That ball is lined down the line and into the corner and out of the park, just like it was yesterday. 3-0. Hold the phone. Mike Schmidt launches his 53rd homer in roughly the same place, 339 feet, out into the left field bleachers for the second day in a row. Marshfield does not want to see any more of him. Unfortunately, it's the first inning, and we have a long way to go. So McCutcheon stands in for the Amazings, as Hippo Vaughn is just disheveled with the rough start to this point. McCutcheon awaits the pitch. And that ball is lifted high behind short. Strickland makes the grab for out number 2, as Cepeda will stand in for his first at-bat of the day. He's batting .270 with 23 homers and 74 RBIs. The pitch. That ball is lifted out to center. Jacobson is there, but he can just watch it bounce off the wall. Ball carried on him, so Cepeda picks up his 29th RBI, and they are really getting the Hippo Vaughn here today. Hinchman will be the next man up for the Amazing, batting .254, 13 homers, and 61 RBI. Vaughn fires. And that ball is strike 3. He struck out 2, but gave up 3 runs, including a double off of a double and a home run. So after 1, it's 3-0 Amazings. We'll see what the Marshfield Orioles can do with Ken Williams DHing to lead off the top of the second. He's batting .219 with 29 homers and 60 RBIs. The pitch. That ball is drilled high and deep to right. Hinchman wanders under it to make the grab for out number one. Westlake is the next man up. He's batting .272 with 12 homers, 35 RBIs. The pitch. That ball is roped into center. No, Ripken ranges. He has it and makes the grab for out number two. Marshfield just cannot catch a break. Let's see what happens with Bob Johnson, the right fielder, standing in at .244 with 12 homers and 26 RBIs. Hamels delivers. And that ball is stroked into Mike Schmidt's glove at third. What a play by him. Loud outs, but loud outs are not hits. And we are done 1.5 innings with the Kitsunes leading 3-0. Now up comes Utley for his second time. Well, not his second time, rather, excuse me. He is the number 8 hitter today. Up comes Utley, the pitch from Vaughn. And Utley dribbles one to third. Rosen has it. He fires to first. And it is in time for out number one. He did well with the off-balance barehanded throw to get his man. Next up, it's Cal Ripken, who's hitting .200 thus far. The pitch to him from Hippo Vaughn. And that ball is a shade outside for ball, walk number 3. Now we have Larry Herndon standing in, batting .239, and he's batting .239 on the day, 4 homers, 7 RBIs. The pitch to Herndon, who's 0 for 1. And that ball is sculled into Strickland, who gloves, fires the second for 1. On to first for the twin kill, and much needed double play to retire the side. As we head to the top of the third, it's 3-0. Amazing. Frankie Hayes will stand in for Marshfield, who's just barely clinging on to first place in the water division. Hayes is batting .276, 15 homers, 56 RBIs. The pitch from Hamels. That ball is drilled to Cepeda, who has it and takes it to the bag for out number 1. Strickland will stand in. George is batting .219, 2 homers, 34 RBIs. The pitch to him. And that ball is lifted out behind the plate. Lucroy camps under it and makes the grab. Does not make the grab, drops the ball. Unfortunately, it was for Marshfield, it was foul. That's kind of embarrassing if you're Lucroy. The Strickland will get another chance down in the count 1-2. The pitch from Hamels. And that ball is over the head of Ripken and into left field. So Strickland took advantage of his other lethal in life to grab a hit for the Marshfield Orioles. We're back at the top of the order now with Baby Doll Jacobson standing in as he comes ready for Hamels. Hamels works. And that ball is lifted behind the plate. We're going to another error behind the plate. He is having a miserable day. Is Jonathan Lucroy. 2 errors, 2 pop flies, should have been outs in the same inning. Wow, you don't see that every day. So far, only 1 has resulted in a hit, but it's a 2-2 count. Hamels has got to be wondering what is up with Lucroy as he fires. And that ball is shot into center field. So once again, we have a base hit, a double, converted that into a double. Should be out of the inning. The runners instead are at second and third. Marshfield has caught a break for sure. And if they don't cash in here, they really have got to be thinking things over. Marty McManus will step in. We'll see what happens with him as Hamels fires. And that ball is bounded out to Ripken, who fires to first. And We haven't got a verdict yet. It's an out, but a run comes home for Marshfield, who pulls within 2 runs. Now up is fielder, runner on third, and 2 men down. The pitch from Hamels. And that ball is strike 3, called on the inside corner. So the Amazings get out of it, but not before surrendering a run after back-to-back errors, resulted on needless base runners. Marshfield will feel a little frustrated with that, but Amazing can consider themselves very fortunate. Hippo Vaughn returns to the hill for the bottom half of the third, and Jonathan Lucroy at the plate. We'll see what he can do here. And that ball is right over the heart of the plate for strike 3 and strikeout number 3. Lucroy is certainly hearing it from the Philly fans. The fans here at the Veterans Stadium, they're not very happy with him, and justifiably so. Now comes Don Baylor batting .253, 19 homers, 63 RBI. The pitch to Baylor. And that ball is right in there for ball strike 3 and strikeout number 4. Now Mike Schmidt will stand in. His last time up, he had a 3-run home run, which is the gist of the scoring for the Amazings. The pitch to Schmidt. Right, slow roller. Down the third. Rosen is up with it and throws it wayward to first for his 17th error of the season. It goes into the dugout, and Schmidt comes into second base with a gift. The fielding in this game has not been super, that's for sure. The Kitsunes have 3 errors. The Orioles have 1 as McCutcheon stands in 0 for 1. And that ball is looped into left for a base hit, and Schmidt will come home to give the Kitsunes their 4th run of the day. And just like that, we're right back where we were at the top of the inning with a 3-run differential. Cepeda will stand in as McCutcheon is at third. Cepeda is 1 for 1 on the day, and the pitch from Vaughn. That ball is stroked to third. Rosen has it. And what a sensational play to second does he make. And that will close out the inning with Rosen's 20th great play of the season. So here we are headed into the top of the 4th with a 4-1 lead by Amazing. And Rosen up at the plate. The pitch from Hamels. And Rosen lifts one high down the left field line. It's carrying out of the park. There it goes. Al Rosen will round the bases. They're not done yet, Marshfield isn't. And that was a 338-footer for his 48th on the year. So now it's 4-2 just like that. And Ken Williams standing in 0 for 1. The pitch from Hamels. That ball is drilled down to third base. Schmidt is up with it. The throw over is not in time. Williams legs it out. And all of a sudden, the tying run is at the plate with Wally Westlake. Hamels comes set and makes the throw to first. And he picked him off. Can you believe it? What a squander. The fundamentals are not on display in this game. A pickoff for out number 1 by Cole Hamels and the Amazings as Westlake is just shaking his head. The pitch to him, and that ball is fouled on the third baseline. We'll do it over again. Over 1-2 count. Westlake awaits. And that ball is strike 3 for out number 2. Strike number. Now up comes Bob Johnson, batting .243 with 12 homers and 28 RBI. The pitch to Johnson. That one is bounding ball to short, over to first, base, out. It's an out. Bang, bang play, and a great play by Cal Ripken, who's made 56 straight plays on this season. What a fielder he has been. And what a fielder we know he is. That's out number 3 as we head to the bottom of the second with the Amazons leading 4-2 over the Orioles. Hinchman standing in for Amazing. He'll face off against Vaughn, who's thrown 53 pitches on the day. The pitch. And that ball is right back to Vaughn, who throws to first and retires his man. Certainly not a given the way the fielding is gone as Chase Utley stands in. Utley is 0 for 1, and he'll square off against Vaughn, who works. And that ball is delivered out to second, where McManus makes the play on his counterpart to retire him for the second out. Ripken Jr. stands back in. He walked his last time up. The pitch to him from Vaughn. And that ball is dribbled down the first baseline. Rosen is up with it. He'll fire over to first. Ripken charging, but it's an out for out number 3. So after 4 full, it is 4-2. Amazing. Now up for the Marshfield Orioles as we head into the top of the 5th is Frankie Hayes, batting .276 with 15 homers, 56 RBIs. The pitch from Hamels. And Hayes loops one into center for a base hit. Just had enough loft on it to get it out of the infield. And Hayes is aboard with Strickland coming up. Now Strickland, he parlayed an error pop out into a single on the next pitch. So here we go as he singled to center his last time up. The runner is off. The ball is outside. The throw to second. Bang, bang. Strike him out, throw him out. Just like that, any threat that Marshfield had going is gone by the board. That was a strike him out, throw him out to retire 2 men. Now up is Jacobson, batting 1 for 2 on the day. The pitch to him. And that one is lifted high into center field. McCutcheon ranges under to retire his man. So what started out promising for Marshfield quickly went by the way as we're now halfway home through 4.5 with the Kitsunes leading 4-2. Now up it's Herndon in the bottom half of the 5th with Vaughn still on the hill with 59 pitches under his belt. The pitch from Herndon to Herndon. That ball is right in there for strikeout number 5. Vaughn has got his men, but he hasn't really. He's been wild at times too. He started off quite on a rocky note. Now up comes Jonathan Lucroy, who's still getting booze from his performance earlier in the game. Back-to-back drop top flies behind the plate. The pitch from Vaughn, and that ball is lifted high, foul, and into the seats. And wouldn't you know, the fans are going to throw it back in disapproval of Lucroy's performance. But Vaughn will do it again as the pitch comes plateward. And that ball is ball 4. And Lucroy will trot his way down to first base with Vaughn's 4th walk on the day. Now up it's Don Baylor, 1 man out, 1 man on. The pitch. That ball is drilled into the right, and the runner will advance to second. Will Lucroy. So runners are aboard at first and second. And Mike Schmidt coming up with 1 out. And if you're Hippo Vaughn, you're thinking about walking him, even though it would load the bases. Here's the pitch. They're going to talk it over, and maybe they will walk him. We'll see. They're certainly not going to give him much to hit, or they shouldn't. But that ball's carrying out deep. Westlake is at the wall, and he makes the catch to the huge sigh of relief for Marshfield fans everywhere to get Schmidt on a loud fly ball in left field. McCutcheon is now up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Certainly a potent bat with 11 homers and 61 RBIs. The pitch from Vaughn. And that ball sounds well struck right off the bat. It's lifted into shallow center, and Jacobson is there to retrieve it for the out. So after Amazing put 2 men on, Vaughn worked out of the jam to retire the side. Now up for the Marshfield squad is Marty McManus, the second baseman, as we head to the top of the 6th. The pitch from Hamels. And that ball is sent back from whence it came, but McCutcheon can only watch it drop in front of him. So McManus is aboard to lead off the 6th. We'll see what transpires with Prince Fielder, who to this point is 0 for 2 on the day, and he grounded to short and struck out. So it's been a quiet day for the first baseman as Hamels comes set. And that ball is well hit. Out to center field. McCutcheon charges it. Zigzags in and makes the grab, and the woes continue for Prince Fielder. Now up comes Al Rosen, who picked up his 48th homer earlier, and he's 1 for 2 on the day. We'll see what Hamels does with him. He may pitch around him. The pitch. And that ball is grounded to first. Cepeda has it, throws to second for 1. Back to first, and a double play it is, as another double play for the Marshfield squad. They've had them in back-to-back innings, been the victim of them. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, 4 to 2, Amazing. Now up is Cepeda. Cepeda has a single today. The pitch from Vaughn as he works, and that ball is fouled off out of the backstop. We'll do it all over again. 2-2 the count. The pitch. Right over the plate for strikeout number 6. Hippo Vaughn has a half dozen Ks on the day as he will face Hitchman. Hitchman is 0 for 2. The pitch from Vaughn. And that one looked close. It may have been low, but it was not. Strike 3. There we have it, a lucky number 7. Now up comes Utley, who's 0 for 2. Vaughn works. And logs his 8th strikeout. He struck out the side, so as the day has gone on, Vaughn has gotten better, while Hamels is, unfortunately for Marshfield, still has the lead. Now, Ken Williams will stand in. He got caught lollygagging earlier in the day after he reached base on a single. The pitch by Hamels. And that ball is lifted out to center, right center. Carrying, and out of the park it goes. There's no doubt there. And Williams will lollygag his way around the bases on his 30th homer of the season, a 417-footer. And just like that, we have a 4-3 game. Westlake will stand in as Hamels is a little bit shell-shocked by that. This game has the appearance of a much wider spread than it is, mainly because of Mike Schmidt's 3-run homer in the first. Westlake stands in. Hamels comes set. The pitch. And that ball is dribbled out behind the pitcher's mound. Ripken up with it and fires to get his man for outnumbered 1. Next up is Bob Johnson standing in 0 for 2. Hamels works. And Johnson shoots one down the third baseline. Up with it is Schmidt, and he fires to first for the out. Now it's Hayes standing in. He's 1 for 2 today. We'll see what Hamels does here. He delivers. And that ball is looped into center. It'll be a line drive out. McCutcheon was there. After 6.5, 4-3. And we are 6.5 through with the amazing Kitsunes leading Marshfield 4-3. And as we head back into the action, just as a PSA to everybody, if you're in a hot weather area, well, even if you're not, even Maine is hot right now, which is something in its own right. It's even boiling here at Hadley Lake. It's in the mid to low 80s. Actually, it may have hit the mid 80s, and the humidity is in the 70% range. So stay cool, stay clear of any super physical activity. It's a great day for baseball, even if your announcer is a little tongue-tied. The first game didn't have any audio. Be that as it may, we head to the bottom of the seventh of this game, and Hippo Vaughn will take the hill against Cal Ripken Jr. The pitch. That ball is lifted high, arcing pop into right behind shortstop for the out. Strickland makes the grab. Another PSA, Action PC Baseball has an extra 20% sale going on today. If you, on top of the 20% you get off for a $100 purchase, you get an additional 20% for any given season or decade. So basically, if you don't have the 1880s or 1890s or any decade really, you could purchase the whole decade, get it for 20% off, or even double up and purchase a couple sets of decades to get that extra, to get another 20%. Anyway, Dave Cook Sports has that all figured out for you. There's a great sale over there. I probably mangled that even. That's why I'm not in sales, but there are some great deals to be had. With that said, Herndon steps in to face Hippo Vaughn, who's thrown 107 pitches thus far through 6 1/3. The pitch, Herndon lifts it out to left, and out. Is it over? Is it gone? It could be. No, it's a double off the top of the wall. That just kept carrying. Could have been a home run easily, but just missed it. Both fielders were converging on it. Neither came up with it. Now it's Jonathan Lucroy standing in. With Herndon, it's second. The pitch. That sounds like that's a loud shot as well, and that's out to center. Jacobson ranges under it, makes the grab for out number 1. And the runner will advance to third or try, and he will get there. So 2 men down, 6 2/3 in the books for Hippo Vaughn. And Don Baylor standing in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. The pitch from Vaughn. And that one is lifted out to right. High, down the line, Johnson is there to make the grab, to hold things where they are. So a big out there by Hippo Vaughn. He pitches around a little bit of disaster as we head to the 8th. It's 4-3, Amazings. They got 4 runs, 5 hits, and 3 errors. To the Orioles, Marshfield Orioles, 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 hit. Strickland will stand in. He has 1 of those hits. The pitch from here. Oh, no, they are going to have a pitching change. George Frazier is coming in. So George Frazier will toss to Strickland. Frazier on the season is he's got a 1.56 ERA. It's 5-1, 80 2/3 innings pitched. The pitch from Frazier. And that ball buzzes his own. For strike 3 and strikeout number 1. Jacobson is up now. He's 1 for 3 on the day. He doubled. He'll come up against Frazier, and he will deposit that ball deep down the line, and that ball is caught out there in the left field corner. That was a loud out for Marshfield. That had the look of a home run all over it, but it did not make it to the fence, and the left fielder Herndon just kept pursuing it for out number 2. Now comes McManus for Marshfield. He's 1 for 2. Marty awaits the pitch, and that ball grazes the zone for strike 3. After 7.5, it's 4-3 Marshfield. 4-3, amazing rather. Marshfield's Vaughn is going to take the hill for the bottom half of the 8th. As Mike Schmidt stands in 1 for 3. This would be a great place to walk in if you're Hippo, given his history of the day. His 3-run home run is the difference maker thus far. The pitch. And that ball is ball 4. Wise move for Hippo Vaughn as McCutcheon will stand in. Schmidt has 17 steals. Vaughn will check, throw homeward, and that ball is looped into left for a base hit. And just like that, Hippo Vaughn is in trouble again. He's been skirting trouble all day, but it doesn't get any easier with Orlando Cepeda stepping in with runners on first and second and nobody out. The pitch. That ball is dribbled to third. Rosen will flip to second for 1, but that's all he'll get. The runners will hit runners at the corners and 1 man down. And Hinchman standing in. Rosen really didn't have a great play on that. The pitch from Vaughn will come forward. And that's another one. Schmidt will have to freeze. Oh no, Schmidt will come home. Rosen will throw to first to get his man, but not before the Amazings bring another run home, a critical 5th run. So 1 man down we have, and runners at first and second on a bang play. Now we have Chase Utley standing in. Vaughn fires. And that one is lifted out to left center left, whichever way you choose to perceive it. Westlake has it, and he'll toss it back in. The runners stand pat. Now up we have Cal Ripken Jr. 0 for 2 on the day. If Marshfield has any chance, they're going to have to stop it here. And Vaughn delivers. They do indeed. Vaughn pounces and fires to first for out number 3. So once again, we head to the top of the 9th with a game on the line, and Prince Fielder stands in against Frazier. And we'll see if Amazing goes to the pen. They're going to Andrew Miller, who is their closer. Miller on the season has got a 3.13 ERA. He's 4-5 and picked up 11 saves. The pitch from Miller. That hits the zone for a big strikeout to get the big power hitter in Prince Fielder. Now, if it's Al Rosen, you got to think they're going to walk him. He certainly has hit a homer today, only overshadowed by Mike Schmitz. And that ball is trickled off the end of the bat out to Utley, who wings it to first for out number 2. So it's all down to Ken Williams, who has a very good day, 2 for 3. He's hit a homer to pull within 2 earlier, or pull within 1 rather. The pitch, and that ball is bounded to first. Cepeda has it. He'll take it inside, and lo and behold, the Kitsunes have once again beat Marshfield and are now in first place by a half a game. So excuse me while I have a bit of a coughing fit. I certainly need a drink of water after that doubleheader, the first game of which you couldn't hear. So we are going to have a look and see what the player of the game is. It is Mike Schmidt, as you would expect. So we're going to review the standings yet again. And just to give a quick view, we have in after the conclusion of September 15th, we have Liverpool leading Hagerstown by 2 and Manchester by 5. It's going to be interesting there to see how that all shakes out. Manchester is not completely out, but they have no margin for error. The D-Gens have a 4.5 lead over Lehigh. They're still Lehigh is still in the hunt there, but it's the D-Gens division to lose. Vegas has the biggest lead of any division at 6 games, while Amazing leads Marshfield now. They've vaulted into first place by 5.5. And I'll tell you one that's not completely out, albeit it would be a miracle of miracles for them to pull it off at a 476 winning percentage, is Mid-Michigan. So I wouldn't consider them completely out. In the cellar, we are going to look at that to see how that all shakes out. Maplewood has the worst record at 45-102. They're in the front runner for the top draft pick. Washington at 50-96 is also in the running. And wouldn't you know, but Hadley Lake is the next best chance of getting a quality draft pick. Going to get one either way, but certainly at 52-93 is one of the worst teams. And I bring that up because I'm the owner of Hadley Lake and it's my channel, so I figure why not? So with that, I probably will call it a day. We're going to see how this all goes. I again will apologize to everybody for the mess, for that horrible broadcast. Thank you for Bernie for stopping in. Bernie Strong, he's a great guy out in Vegas. Mike Silva, thanks to him for tuning in. Also MV for stopping in, and others as well. David Lando, thank you for the nice words and support. Same for Marshfield and everybody else who stopped by. If you stopped by, Steve Tate was on earlier. Slashed was on earlier. Slashed, if you're still listening, I apologize for not seeing your message or anybody else's. We're going to call this a stream, but I do want to definitely thank everybody. You have a black screen now. I just wanted to thank everybody once again for being here. Steve Tate will be on shortly, probably around 2 Eastern, he said earlier. So I'm going to try to get these zipped up. I'll jump on Discord for a little bit, give my voice a break, probably check out a couple of other things, and check out the new 100 or so lawn signs that I just got at the printers today, and amongst all of this wild craziness. So thank you all, and we'll see you again sometime soon.